May the force be with you. Now, many do not seem to understand that there are fundamental differences between both force and power, that both force and power are actually as different as are both night and day. You see, there is a truth that is quietly sitting there behind all things, a truth that is in fact self-evident once you begin to be honest with yourself. And what is that said truth? It is that all responsibility ultimately sits with the individual. It does not sit with the state. Now, only when the very opposite of that said truth is required to be pushed upon the people, does force then in turn become a requirement. In fact, it would be fair to say that force is in fact only required in order to push the very opposite of the truth. I mean, just look at our world, for instance, a world of both rampant irresponsibility and blatant injustice, a world of big government, a world of constant contradiction, a world that is actually only being held together through the constant use of force, through the constant threat of violence. After all, what is force other than the threat of violence? Now, in any sane world, in a world of both honesty and justice, in a world in which the people act in a truly responsible manner, there is no need of big government, and so no need of force. And again, why is that? As in such a world, the power then sits with the individual. It does not sit with the state. And again, what is this power I speak of? It is the power of responsibility, a power that most have now mistakenly handed over to their government, a mistake which has in turn actually given rise to the use of force we now see all around us today. So you see, to actually celebrate the use of force stroke violence, and to wish that said force stroke violence upon others, is in fact little more than an act of stupidity, an act born out of an ignorance of the truth. After all, power is what we really ought to be working to promote through our entertainment, not force, as only through that said power can we in turn achieve not only our freedom, but also our happiness, two things which are now also sadly lacking in our world. Power to the people.